JFK Airport was huge, noisy, and just a bit frightening for novices, so Imogen Dacres was glad that she'd got her connecting flight sorted out quickly. Now she could relax with a much-needed cup of coffee, since the flight out from Heathrow had left her feeling like a limp lettuce leaf. Not that she looked like one, and many pairs of appreciative male eyes watched her progress through the self-service cafeteria. But at 25, she was now used to such glances, and knew exactly how meaningless and empty they were. She paid for her coffee with her newly changed, unfamiliar currency, and as she folded her slender 5'10" frame into a molded plastic chair, she sighed heavily. Her waist-length, dead-straight black hair was plaited and looped around her head in an elegant style that was good for everyday wear. It certainly suited her work environment as a secretary at St. Bede's College in Oxford. This contrasted with her pale skin, which, combined with big, deep blue eyes inherited from an Irish grandfather, made Imogen easily the most striking woman in the place. She raised the cup of coffee to her lips and took a sip, surprised at the superior quality of it. For a modern woman of the brave new millennium, she felt a little absurd that this should be her first trip abroad. But while her friends could afford package holidays in the sun, all of Imogen's less than generous wages had been spent on looking after her mother, Rebecca, an invalid of many years. Rebecca had married the handsome but intrinsically lazy Jeff Dacres when she'd been only 21. 2 children, a boy and a girl, had quickly followed, but by then Rebecca had grown resentful of her husband's jobless, lackadaisical way of living. Things came to a crisis when she became ill with an incurable wasting disease, and Jeff, being Jeff, had quickly deserted the sinking ship, taking only his son Robbie with him. Rebecca had fought him for custody, of course, but had had too much stacked against her. Jeff Dacres came from fairly affluent middle-class parents who'd promptly provided him with a first-class lawyer, and Rebecca, sensing that she might just lose her daughter to the Dacre family as well, had reluctantly knuckled under and agreed to the generous visitation rights on offer. She then moved herself and Imogen to a small, more affordable council house in the large village of Kidlington, a near suburb of Oxford. With Rebecca's illness meaning she could no longer work, Imogen had left school at the earliest opportunity and taken the first job she was offered as a junior in one of Oxford's many colleges. Now, 9 years later, she'd risen in rank to senior secretary PA to the bursar of St. Bede's. Realizing that her coffee, so different from the cheap instant she was used to, was cooling, Imogen took another sip. Many things, she mused, would be different now. She'd taken a month's leave from the college and was on her way to Bermuda. To Bermuda? As a young girl, she'd often dreamed of visiting a romantic desert island with palm trees, blue seas, and warm tropical breezes. And now that she was actually on her way with the fabled Bermuda Triangle to add to the thrill of excitement, she knew she should be elated. But of course she wasn't. Not under the circumstances.